Almost nobody buys watercress on purpose. It sits somewhere next to lettuce and parsley, and people forget about it. But after 60, this particular green deserves special attention. It contains nutrients that are often missing from a typical diet. Stay until the end. I'll show you a simple home preparation method for watercress that our grandmothers used, and I'll tell you who should be careful with this green. After 60, the body has a harder time getting enough of certain micronutrients, especially iodine and iron. Watercress is one of the few everyday foods where you'll find noticeable amounts of both. Watercress is considered one of the plant-based leaders in iodine content. The thyroid gland tends to work less steadily after 60 for many people, and iodine is one of the key elements it needs to function properly. How to add it? A small portion of fresh watercress in a salad 2 to 3 times a week. Sulfur is an element rarely talked about, even though it plays a role in building connective tissue, the material that makes up cartilage and joints. After 60, joints are often the part of the body that needs the most support. Sulfur is also involved in collagen formation, which is why it's linked to skin condition as well. That's already 2 reasons to pay attention to watercress. But there's more. Watercress contains iron in plant form. After 60, especially in women, iron deficiency isn't rare, and low iron levels often show up simply as fatigue and weakness. How to add it? Watercress paired with something rich in vitamin C, lemon, tomato. This helps the body absorb the iron better. Watercress is rich in vitamin K. It plays a role in blood clotting and in how the body manages calcium in the bones. For bone tissue after 60, this matters. Watercress is traditionally considered a food with a mild diuretic effect. After 60, leg swelling and fluid retention are common complaints, and a light green in the diet can be part of a simple daily solution. Now, about caution, because watercress isn't equally suited for everyone. Because of its high vitamin K content, watercress can interact with the effect of blood-thinning medications. If you're taking warfarin or similar drugs, be sure to discuss the amount of greens in your diet with your doctor. Watercress belongs to the cruciferous vegetable family. Eaten raw and in large amounts, vegetables like this can sometimes affect thyroid function in people who already have thyroid issues. A moderate amount is usually not a problem, but if you have a diagnosed thyroid condition, it's worth checking with your doctor. Watercress has a sharp, peppery taste. In large amounts, it can irritate the stomach lining. If you have gastritis, start with a small portion. Watercress grows in water or moist environments, so it's important to wash it thoroughly before eating. Here's a simple home recipe that older generations used to make. You'll need 20 grams of watercress, 1 cup of boiling water, 5 tablespoons of butter, and honey and lemon juice in equal parts. The watercress is steeped in boiling water and left to sit for a few minutes. Then butter and a mix of honey and lemon juice, in equal parts, are added and stirred together. This infusion was traditionally taken in small portions as a home remedy for general well-being. This isn't a substitute for treatment and isn't a guaranteed result. It's simply a traditional recipe you can try as an addition to your diet. Add a small portion of fresh watercress to salads 2 to 3 times a week. Pair it with lemon or tomato. This helps the iron absorb better. Always wash watercress thoroughly before eating. If you're on blood-thinning medication or have thyroid issues, talk to your doctor about how much watercress to include. Start with small portions, especially if you have a sensitive stomach. No need for a perfect diet, just consistency and a reasonable amount. If this video was helpful, hit like. It helps other people over 60 find this information. Tell me in the comments, have you tried watercress before?